my god, I have not been on this channel in forever. I'm sorry. Oops. This past year has been insane for me. I finally started college, so I have not been living at home at all. I've only visited maybe 3 times tops, so I haven't even had time for myself this past year. But hi, welcome. It's me, Maggie. I finally finished my freshman year of college. I've been back at home for about a week now, and I am so extremely happy to be home because I've missed not being stressed all the time and having to do homework and everything. But today I wanted to update you guys on my life through the things I've learned in college and my experiences, because I know they will definitely apply to some of you guys, even though you're probably not in college, or you are, or you're in high school or middle school. Some of these things are lifelong lessons that I finally realized this year. So let's get started. Alright, so the number one thing I learned is to not care. Now that might be a simple lesson, but in all honesty, I finally realized it this year, is to not care what people think and to be yourself. Honestly, the people that like you for you will like everything that comes with you. Your craziness, your personality, the things you wear, the things you eat, everything. So be yourself, because honestly, what's life if you're not happy because you're not yourself just to impress someone else? Number 2 is from a girl's perspective. In college, I walked in never in a relationship, or I walked out without a relationship, but I've learned to not put boys before anybody else, and I'm talking about anybody else, because I got caught up kind of this year looking for someone. I thought this year was going to be about me finding my true love, finding my real first relationship, and falling in love, but in all reality, when you're looking for something, it's probably not gonna show up the way you want it to. And honestly, if it's meant to be, it will be, and that's something I learned this year way more than I have every other year. And honestly, if someone's meant to be in your life, they will come. They will come to you. Don't go looking for them, because if you start looking for them, you're gonna look for the wrong people. Number 3 kind of goes along with number 2, and that is never cry because of a boy. A boy is not worth your tears, never was and never will be. I promise that even though you probably think it's a big deal for the time being, he's not worth it. Your friends are, your family is, happiness is, health is. A boy is definitely not on that list. So. The 4th thing I learned is to have fun. Now, everybody's probably like, Maggie, what the heck are you talking about? So, if people knew me back in high school, they probably knew me as a shy girl, didn't really go out much at all, out as in like even to go out to like Panera with friends, didn't even really leave the house. I loved Netflix, I loved watching YouTube videos and movies, and that's about it. Never really left the house. But in college, I've learned to say yes, because at the end of the day, if you keep saying no and you keep avoiding situations and you keep not putting yourself out there, you're missing out on amazing opportunities. And those opportunities can be lifelong memories that you can laugh at later on with your friends. This has hands down been the best year of my life, just because I've learned to let go, to have fun, to make a couple mistakes here and there and learn from them, and definitely just to have fun and do things that I've probably would have never thought I would have ever done in my life. And that leads to number 5, is to make mistakes. I'm talking about don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid. Don't be held back by things. So if you're afraid to do something, don't say no to that just because you're afraid you're not gonna do well, you're not gonna succeed, you're not gonna be the best at it. Mistakes shape who you are at the end of the day, and if you learn from them, you grow as a person. The 6th thing is to get involved. Okay, yes, I know, everyone's always like, go join a club, go do this, go in sports, go in this. But in high school, I was a part of so many clubs and organizations, but they never really did that much for me. I was just kind of a part of them, helped out the community, did volunteer hours, made friends, cool, but I never joined something that I really cared about, that I really felt involved with, and just kind of changed my life. In college, I decided to join a sorority. I never thought I was going to be a sorority girl, never thought about anything like that, but I did end up rushing my first semester of college, and I fell in love. I am currently still in love. I would not change the experience for the world. I'm surrounded by over 80 amazing girls that help me with everything. They're like my best friends. They're all my best friends. They're my family away from college. I call my sorority my home away from home because they're honestly there for me through everything. I'm not saying to go to college and join a sorority. I'm not telling you to join a fraternity if you're a guy. I'm just telling you to join or to get involved or to at least go and try something new that you have never tried before, because at the end of the day, those are the places you're going to make the most amount of friends, your lifelong companions for life. You're going to have the craziest adventures with them. So those are just the basic things I've learned. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, feel free to ask down below. I will be happy to answer them. But yeah, those are the things I learned in college from my freshman year. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, gorgeous day. And I love and miss you all. And yeah.